what is a no-cost mortgage? To understand this concept, you need to understand what I call the teeter-totter concept. If you take closing costs on one side and interest rate on the other, you'll see many different mortgage companies use the relationship of these two items to be able to market their products, which is a mortgage. So what they'll do is they'll talk, some companies will say, all right, we've got higher closing costs than anybody else, but we're going to advertise really low interest rates. Well, as you saw the teeter-totter tip, they're not going to talk about the closing costs that went up. They want you to be intrigued by the low interest rates. When you look at the same relationship in reverse, there are some mortgage companies that will tell you, you should come to us because we've got no closing costs. All that happened was when you got no closing costs, the lender increased the interest rate to be able to cover any of the costs that were associated with buying the mortgage that you're endeavoring to put on this house. So if you look at the whole concept, I want you to understand as your consultant that relationship. The closing costs and the interest rates, those exist on any mortgage that you do. It's possible to make a mortgage appear to have no closing costs if you increase the interest rate a little bit. And that's fine. In some circumstances, if someone's going to be in a home for less than 2 or 3 years, I might recommend that they look at that. And in reverse, sometimes it makes sense for somebody that's going to be in the house for 30 years and they just know that this is the last house they're ever going to buy. I might recommend to them that they pay discount points. That's basically increasing their closing costs to buy the interest rate down, because over the course of the period of their whole 30-year mortgage, they're going to save tens of thousands of dollars when the average homeowner is going to only be in their home for maybe 5 to 7 years. So most of the time, I would recommend somewhere in the middle, with that teeter-totter being even, of having the closing costs and the interest rate moderated by one another. And when you consider how closely related all the mortgage companies are now, of going to primarily the same 10 national lenders, you'll find very similar numbers no matter where you go. So really what I would recommend that you do is you find a lender that you feel comfortable with, that you know is going to serve your purposes, that has come recommended to you by someone that you know and trust. I hope that's helpful. Thanks, and have a great day.